So yeah, season 3. You know season 2 is yesterday, but yay! Okay. Why do I keep forgetting to push this tab? Anyway, what do I like about this season compared to season 1 and season 2? Season 1, I think, has a growth with Sora, and season 2, I feel like, has more of it. But season 2 kind of leans into Aaron. And one of the things which I like is starting to see one thing come up. Also, I didn't mention this in season 2, but one of the characters who's in the original series, the Ninjago of Lightning, does come back and shatters his goodness. But I didn't talk about that much because, kind of that one. But I kind of like how it goes. So, this season kind of deals with an interesting thing, which is basically Aaron, who's a more moral and more good character, follow the sort of like the villain character as they disappear through one of the portals. And it's all about sort of like him doing this evil thing. So because the Furious Five, they've been released because of the, well, technically, and they are collecting these pieces. And even though I'm fine with it in like season 2, with like the one that we did have kind of not having much of a present, because I felt like that was less of a present. You do get technically 2 with one possessing one of them. You don't get much in here besides like them having their own fights and not talking to each other much, which is fine. Uh, I still do like the sort of like the dragon. And now here's the point where I was about to say, like, oh yeah, season 2. No, it's season 3. So I've seen a bit of season 4, so I would say when I'm about to bring that up, but it's not really anything to do with the show or the theme of the show. One of the things that the theme has in this one, definitely the second part of it, which kind of makes sense because they have a whole theme of here's the dragon, and then we kill the dragon, which makes the problem worse. And I find that so amazing. Where I was like, "Yay, we killed the dragon!" They talk to someone else, like, "Well, hopefully you didn't kill the dragon because that would make things far worse." What? We killed the dragon? You what? Obviously, that's not how it literally went, but it's the idea that like he's more powerful dead currently in the situation, which is just interesting as an idea because it means that the action of doing this means a lot and it's really fun. Anyway, more importantly, one of the things in this that I think is really interesting as an idea is during season 2, more season 2B, no, season 3B, second part of it, the intro is glitching. And I can't explain it, but now I'm not going to do much for my word with this section, but here's welcome to me doing a theory. So, this also is a bit of spoilers for season 4, but legitimately just the intro. I'm not going to talk about any of the show parts, not going to talk about any of that part, just the intro like part, right? Okay. During season 3B, the theme is glitchy and it's not bad in any way, but it's glitching. Parts of it are like are going quieter and louder, and it's a really fun dynamic. But here's the thing: through the original series, and by the way, I'm not going to play it, but I'm just going to play it. Say it. You have the original Ninjago, which is da da da, never been ninja, but it's different to this theme, which is I think it's, if I'm correct, together we will fly, which is different to the other two themes. They are similar in theming and how they build themselves up to us quiet, and then do this sort of like here's a beat and then go high, 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 high. And I'm not denying that there are some themes between the two, but season 3B had a glitch, and season 4 A had them bring back parts of the Weekend Whip into Dragon Rising. Now, is that because during the first 3 seasons, because during season 1, they're training. They're not really, you can make an argument, in the group. Season 2, they're kind of slowly becoming the group. Season 3, they are disjointed. And also, we have a new person, which is interesting and really fun. It's like Aaron's old friend, and they do a whole thing with the snakes. Not the point. But now that everyone's back together, kind of in a sort of way, in their own separate things, but sort of on the same sort of like page in a way for season 4, is this whole thing of the two groups of the Dragon Rising new ninjas and the Weekend Whip old ninjas are finally becoming a sort of one group. Hence why the theme has Weekend Whip motifs and Dragon Rising motifs. Also, I know it's not called, like the original show wasn't called Weekend Whip, but I don't know what else to call it. And I know the intro is called Weekend Whip, but this show is called Ninjago Dragon Rising. So that's why I'm naming it separately. That's just something personally, it's not an actual confirmed thing. It's just something that I thought of, and it's something that I'm like, am I? But anyway, that's more season 4, not season 3. Besides the point, it's just something I'll point out when I have to do themes, but yeah. So, one thing I am going to acknowledge is through this, I have actually started. Not too much, to mind you. It's essentially just the pilot episode and season 1, which I probably should have watched before this, because there's probably a lot of stuff that was in that season and other seasons between that season 1 of that and now that kind of clear things up. Like there's a whole thing in like the earlier seasons. Again, small spoiler for one of my points I need to say, but small spoilers for season 1 of Ninjago, but it's kind of a thing where everyone acknowledges anyway. I come into sort of Ninjago knowing Zane's a robot. And then they have a whole episode being like, oh, I'm a robot. And I go, didn't you all know that? Nope, apparently not. Apparently that was a twist, a reveal. But because both I watched the Lego Ninjago movie that they made and this, there is a lot of stuff I do like about season 1, but I'll talk about that more on that one. Yeah. I am slowly getting into it later on a while. I've slowly added like Ninjago Season 2, Ninjago Season 3, all that stuff. So that's going to happen. I'm still going to catch up and carry on watching Dragon Rising, even though I probably shouldn't. But I'm like, I'm in too deep at this point. And so, yeah. But because of this show, I'm one of the fans that's like, I watched the show, I remember watching it slightly, but now I'm actually watching the actual series in the order that I should have watched them in. Which is probably better. But yeah, I do think this is really good and just really enjoyable. So yeah, tomorrow will be Dimension 20 Shriek Week, which will be fun. So yeah, I hope you like this video. Sorry for it being long. I legitimately am slowly getting excited into Ninjago for someone who occasionally watched it. And now because of sort of like Dragon Rising and a couple other things, well, more specifically when I went to Lego Land and saw like the Ninjago things and how amazing it is, and some of the stuff around it is like, I feel like I should watch this. So cool. I know it's other series, but some of them, no, no, no. If you know, you know. But yeah. But I hope you enjoy it. I hope you like this video, and good night.